Hi guys, Eric with Graybeard Gardening here in Portland, Oregon, zone 8B or 9A. But just checking in with you, have an update on our first seed planting video. We have some really good success. Hopefully you can see all of these here. We have 100% germination. I just took a video down in the basement, but I wanted to get outside because I'm gonna have to plant these radishes here. Radishes really grow fast, and you can see they're already taking off and they're gonna need some nutrition here pretty soon. So at this point, I'm gonna get these planted today, but I wanted to show you how all of these look. These are the Baker Creek seeds that we started, and I showed you in the video that we got 100% germination per peat moss pellet. And you can see that most of these have 2 or even 3 seedlings coming up, and some of them even have some that are still just unfurling and coming up out of the soil. So we will probably have 100% germination on every seed in here also, would be my guess. These peat moss pellets or root riot, or whatever you want to call them, those have really done well for me over time. And but overall, the Crimson Giant radishes, these ones are going to have to go. What I really wanted to get on video here was essentially this peat moss pellet that didn't propagate. And you can see, look at these roots. I'm just going to pick this up and show you. Look at those roots coming out of the bottom across the whole tray. But you can see why we got to get these radishes hit out. They have really, really healthy roots. All of them are white and beautiful and healthy. But I want to take a look at what's going on here and see why this has not sprung up. Just was being real careful with a root that was sticking out over there. I'm going to do this a little bit closer to the camera so that you guys can see what we're talking about here. You can see these peat moss pellets have a little hole in the top and go down towards the bottom there. And essentially we're going to open that up and take a look here. Looks like one of them is really starting, but it maybe was a little bit too wet, would be my guess. So truth is, I'm gonna leave that and let that one keep going, but we're gonna plant the rest of them and see if that one comes through. Just checking out the new patch of radishes. We're gonna plant all 10 of them here, even the ones that didn't, the one peat moss pellet that did not propagate. We're gonna go ahead and start it there in the front row. So we're gonna plant all 10 of them here. I changed my mind after I got done filming. We're gonna go ahead and get these planted, and you can see all the root systems. See all those root systems? All white, all healthy. Look at that one, that's ridiculous. But super good looking root systems. Just look how complex that is. But anyways. And that's some oregano behind it there. This used to be an herb garden that I was switching over this year, but the oregano looks so healthy, I decided to just go ahead and let her run. And I'm gonna use the front space here. And I just refurbished all of that soil. That's why that looks super nice. We're gonna water these in a moment, but I'll go ahead and film it while we're putting these in. All right, guys. We are about to get these planted in. We're just gonna dig down, nice little spot for that long root to go. Right in there. This is new soil, so I'm just gonna give it a nice little press down to get that firmly in there. I really like my soil mix. I do have a video on that that'll tell you about what I use. One of the secret ingredients that I've used most of my time in gardening is llama doodles or llama manure or alpaca manure, about the same thing, you know. So in fact, alpacas are a little bit cuter in my opinion, but I think cleaner looking, to be honest with you. But we have llama doodles in here, and we are very happy to have those. Hidden Oaks Llama Farm hooked us up with our llama doodles this year. There were a lot of llama farms I called that were not willing to part with their llama doodles, and these folks were willing to part with a small amount for me, so I really appreciate it, and they gave me all that I needed, and really nice folks out there. But overall, this soil is just really, really rich, so everything that we're going to plant in this year is going to thrive and go crazy. This is filled with Estoma garden tone, got a bunch of that in here. Just a second, we're going to go ahead and put in that last Crimson Giant. And again, just to remind you, this is the one that didn't quite make it out, but we did have some growth in there. So we're just gonna go ahead and see if this one can make it. Go with all three seeds that we have now. Looks like all three were getting started. All right. We'll see if that one comes up. I took it completely out of the peat moss pellet, so that one's done. Nice thing is these can just go in your compost when you're done. But we have a nice new patch of radishes. And we also have a patch across the yard that I'll probably take a video of here and show you. That ought to do just fine. And you notice too, we put our Crimson Giant tag in there, and let's just check the date. Oh, that was actually 4/10, so it has been exactly a week, but these things could have been planted probably a day or two ago. I was just working hard at my job, but hope you guys are well. I'll get some more video in. Hi guys, Eric with Graybeard Gardening here. Just wanted to give you a little close-up of some radishes that I direct sowed the other day. I did not show the direct sowing on film, but you can see we got a lot of little baby green starts right there going across the whole thing.